Hi there, it's Jackie here. I'm here to let you know about a special treat that I've just released onto my YouTube channel that is available for anybody at all that wants to participate, regardless of whether you are familiar with me, whether you've had body talk sessions with me, whether you've had them with somebody else, or whether you've had none whatsoever. I'll give you a little bit of a backstory, then I'm going to show you how to find it and what it's all about. uh, Probably around about 8 weeks ago now, there started to be this recurring thing that was happening on a daily basis where I was noticing major tech issues, IT issues, communication issues affecting all aspects of my business, affecting all software, all programs, affecting emails not getting through, people missing emails not even showing up, attachments dropping off emails, websites not working. It just went on and on and on. And I noticed it, and I kind of put it down to maybe, it was something going on and that it would be short term and it would fix itself. So I didn't worry about it too much. And then it really started to get worse. And I had conversations with colleagues about it and mentioned how, I lost 5 hours of work on a PowerPoint that didn't save, even though it's meant to save automatically, that this stopped working, that I completely lost this program and it wouldn't come back, and thing after thing. And what I started hearing back from everybody, and all these people live in different parts of the world, they started saying, me too. I'm having major issues like I've never encountered before. And I thought, well, that's interesting, isn't it? When it's not just me in a process I'm going through, but that it's affecting so many others. There has been major tech crashes, major security breaches, breaches of people's privacy information in lots of different countries. And some of them have been massive, but not being talked about. So I go back to my roots. I go back to what I know is really effective for being able to address any kind of imbalance that's going up and going on in our lives. Doesn't matter whether it's something that's related to our health, or whether it's some emotional thing that we're struggling with or moving through, or whether there is just a bombardment going on in our life of things not working well and things crashing. So I was like, I'm going to do a body talk session on this and get to the bottom of it and see what's going on. And I had a conversation in, I have an academy community, for those of you that don't know, it's called My Incredible Orbit. And I was having a discussion with the My Incredible Orbit members and telling them how I was going to do a session for it and when I'd planned to do the session. And our longest founding member, Erin Oliver, said, I'd really love to be part of that session and I'd like to offer myself as a surrogate and to observe the session with you. And I jumped at the chance. It felt really right. And so on the 30th of March, Erin and I met in a private Zoom room, and she held space as a surrogate for us to bring this issue to the table, and then to see what our collective innate wisdoms actually could bring forward about that, what it identified with it. And I must admit, I went into this session maybe having a little bit of a thought that it would point to something in particular, that it would show us something in particular that was really impacting us. And I still feel as though that's a little bit of an issue, but guess what? It wasn't the priority that came up. The priority that came up was so surprising and actually really heartwarming and just lovely and beautiful. And I was so glad that we did the session. I released a session to the My Incredible Orbit community and slept on it. And when I woke up the next day, I felt really strongly that it was really important to release this session to the general public And anybody at all, regardless of where they come from, what their experience is in integrated healthcare or consciousness-based modalities, regardless of their age, that everyone could come and receive this session and take something away from it for themselves that would help you and benefit you. It doesn't matter if you're having massive communication, IT, tech issues, or whether they're already resolved themselves. It doesn't matter. If it is curious to you, if you feel compelled to pop in and participate in any part of the session, then I strongly suggest you do that. The other reason for that is, and I'm not going to go into too many details because I really want you to watch the session and receive it for yourself, but there was a very important part of the session which talked about how crucial it is to have observers to a process that is unfolding, or a process that is trying to unfold. The more people you can get on board watching that process in alignment with what that vision is in that process, then that process of manifestation, the ability for that to come to fruition and be reality, is huge, really, really huge. So there was this in this intelligence that we tapped into, this big event that's happening, that we're all part of, that's really going to be ramping up and happening in the future. And we need to observe that. We need to be part of the process of who observes that and helps bring that to reality. So it's my strongest suggestion that if you feel inclined in any way, shape or form to listen to it, and it's only a 20-minute session, then pop your head in, watch it, and I'm going to leave comments open because I would really love your perspective, your feedback, anything that you feel like you want to contribute. You might get intuitive pop-ups of information as you're watching the session, and I'd really love it if you would share that into the comments, because it will coexist with the session itself and help it to manifest. Okay. Wonderful. Well, I hope you enjoy and get the most out of it that you possibly can. Thanks, guys. Bye.